Welcome to the weekly checkup on ReachMD for the week of September 14th, 2015. This week's news segment focuses on what some are calling the world's most neglected public health emergency. According to Doctors Without Borders, the world's last remaining batch of anti-venom for snake bites is marked to expire next summer. Of the 5 million cases of snake attacks each year, 100,000 result in death, and a staggering 400,000 cause permanent disfigurement. Officials stress that the loss of this vital medication will lead to unnecessary suffering, and that a campaign to increase manufacturing of anti-venom will be needed. For more updates on this story, head to ReachMD.com. Continuing ReachMD's monthly focus on geriatrics and aging, check out our highlighted segment on diagnosing self-neglect in the elderly. Learn about what self-neglect means as a geriatric symptom and how advancing research on this issue can benefit your patients. And now for a quick look at some of our latest featured content. This week's book club examines one of the world's most hotly contested substances, marijuana. Dr. David Casarat outlines the great debate between researchers, doctors, and patients as to how medical marijuana works and doesn't in the real world. Visit ReachMD.com today to join the discussion. After filtering through compelling herbal content, dip your toes into Grand Rounds Nation and see how pediatric experts from the CDC are addressing special health issues for adolescents nationwide. This panel will explore how families, community organizations, schools, and government agencies can work together to encourage adolescents to avoid risk and adopt health-promoting behaviors. To conclude this week, we are getting to know host Paul Rakuski as he discusses his work with the popular Autism Spectrum series, in a series we call Meet the Host.
Autism is the tip of the iceberg. It is a definition that does not define a child, but it gives you an idea of how you need to interact with a child. We do as much work as we can to help educate people around us. And we want to educate doctors not just about what's going on in the medical world, but what is happening from a parent's perspective. So when they're interacting with their patients and their families, what's going on there. The best part about hosting the show is that I can really help get information about autism spectrum disorder. My oldest son is diagnosed with autism. Most children on the autism spectrum do what's called parallel play, where they're not interacting, but they're in parallel to other children playing. And it's really rewarding to see when my boys get together, or they have the Rakuski Brothers Band, and they're playing instruments, and they take out all the stuffed animals and puppets in the house, and they have a full audience. And just to kind of come out and see this huge mess in the house, and it's great to say, okay, I don't mind that. They're having a good time together, and there's interactively playing. So it's really rewarding to see that all the work we've been doing with him on socialization skills is starting to pay off.
For more from Paul Rakuski and everyone at ReachMD, check out all of our featured content at ReachMD.com or by listening on iHeartRadio or TuneIn. Thank you for joining us this week. I'm Sherry Neely for ReachMD, inviting you to be part of the knowledge.